Hi guys, my name is Caitlin.
And I'm Bailey.
Today we're going to talk to you about angiosperms and their two classifications, monocots and dicots. Before we learn about the classifications, we must first learn what angiosperms are. Angiosperms are flowering plants that bear seeds enclosed in a carpel. Along with flowers, some angiosperms create fruit inside the ovule. An example of these seeds are these peas.
If you look at the peas, this is the ovule, the outside, the pea pod, and the inside are the fruit in this case. Also, it's peas.
A carpel is a reproductive organ of a flower. It consists of an ovary, stigma, and sometimes a style. Angiosperms are everywhere, from every biome you can think of, even in aquatic ecosystems.
So if you look at the carpel, you can see inside there's the ovule and there's the embryo sac. This is where the fruit will be forming. This is the stigma, style. Of course, y'all can read, but I'm still going to say it anyway. This is a free carpel. Just the entire diagram's a free carpel. You can see those. Those are pretty clear. So, yes.
Dicots are the larger of the two classifications of angiosperms. They are flowers that come with either 4 or 5 petals.
As you look at these pictures of the dicots, you can count how many petals they are and determine whether or not they are dicots or monocots. Also, you can see a glimpse of the leaves, which I will be explaining in a later part.
Monocots are the smaller of the two classifications of angiosperms, with flowers that have petals in multiples of 3.
As you look at the pictures, you can see, of course, this has 3 leaves, this has 6, and this has 6 as well. And you can see a glimpse, of course they put arrows on the picture, but you can see a glimpse of the leaf with the veins, but I'm not going to tell you too much because you will be learning about that in the next part as well.
As their name suggests, monocots have 1 cotyledon, while dicots have 2 cotyledons. And if you look at the picture, you can see it shows a corn and a bean. The corn is the monocot, and it only has 1 cotyledon, of course, our glorious hand model. And the bean is the dicot, and it shows that it has 2 cotyledons. You can see there's kind of a shading on the right side of the bean, or probably your left. You can see on the right side of the bean there is shading where you can see that there are 2 cotyledons there. As for their roots, monocots have fibrous roots and they are adventitious, and which it means fibrous, of course. And dicots have tap roots. And if you look at the picture, it's labeled with each one. The tap roots have less of the little branches coming off. There's a thicker middle part of the stem, and the branches are thicker overall. But if you look at the monocot, you can see that there are a lot more branches and they're a lot more skinny and spread out. And when you pull a monocot out of the ground, you have to shake off the soil because all of it is crumbled up and clotted into little, I don't know what, the soil is clotted up on the little veins. Yes. So, yes, that's monocot and dicot roots. So now we're going to talk about the vascular systems. The vascular systems in angiosperms have true vessels and companion cells within the phloem. If you look at the cross-section of dicots, you can see that all of the vascular bundles are at the edge. Monocots differ, however. When viewing the cross-section, you can see that vascular bundles are scattered throughout. This is one of the ways to classify which angiosperm is which. And of course, if you look at the diagrams that my hand model is showing up, you can see that the monocots have the little dots, which are the vascular bundles. They have them spread throughout, whereas they're more condensed into a smaller area on the dicot. To add on, you can classify the angiosperms by what their leaves look like. All monocots have leaves with parallel veins, but dicots have branching net-like veins on the surface. As you can see by the picture, there's not much explaining you could really do, just follow the arrows, look at the leaves. You can tell that one has branches coming off for the veins, and one has all straight veins.
This concludes our presentation of angiosperms and their two classifications. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you.